Big boxing night, Saturday, December 13th. You have Victor Ortiz fighting, you have Abner Mars fighting, you have Keith Thurman fighting, you have Amir Khan fighting, you have what's his name? Tim Bradley fighting, you have Jose Benavidez fighting, Murcio Herrera. A lot of great cards.
Going to be a fun final Saturday of boxing for our year.
You're going to flip channels back and forth to compare and two TVs on, or what are you going to do?
Maybe two TVs, we'll see.
One on HBO, one on Showtime?
Yeah.
What do you think about those fights?
I think I'm totally excited to have a Saturday evening full of boxing. I think they're all fun, competitive fights where you're not so sure what's going to happen. I think the world of Timothy Bradley, and I don't really know much about Chavez except for that Thurman beat him up, big punching Thurman, which Tim Bradley's not, and he looked like he was on his way to a victory over Brandon Rios if he wouldn't have lost via DQ. Maybe a little help from HBO on that one. And then total fun stuff in Alexander Khan, because this was the fight that Khan had avoided in the past, and now he's got to take him. He's got to think that he probably has an amount of letdown that he's going to fight Devon Alexander this time. Remember, it wasn't too long ago that people were thinking that Devon Alexander may be the next superstar of boxing. Obviously, that didn't pan out, but I think the guy's still got some good fighting left in him.
Coach, break down the fights this weekend. Who do you have winning?
I'm taking Bradley. I think Bradley's just a better fight. I think the most interesting fight, the fight that everybody's the most interested in, is Khan versus Alexander, simply because
winner could get Floyd.
Winner could get Floyd. You know what I mean? And so I think all eyes go. Well, I'll put it this way: if Khan beats Alexander, then you have an opponent that can somewhat generate some buzz, you know what I mean, to fight Floyd. If Alexander wins, on the other hand, you have a fighter that, yeah, he may be able to get that fight, but the crowd's not going to accept that fight, So it's interesting, and, I think Khan's definitely the better boxer, but again, it's always the one factor that's always in every fight with him is his chin. If Alexander lands, could that be it? And I think if you said Ortiz on his card as well, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's a big question mark.
If he wins, he can fight anybody afterwards, wide open. Anybody.
But the thing is right now you're wondering if he's really got anything left, because you saw what happened with the last fight.
We'll see in this fight.
If he wins, I bet you we're going to see Ortiz-Berto too.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, especially
listen, Ortiz,
going back and forth.
Whether people love him or hate him, his fights are never boring. There's always something in the fights.
Yeah.
And I think Amir Khan fights are always interesting. Yeah. He's never been in a bad fight. Danny Garcia, Broner. There's always something that makes you want to comment.
Devon Alexander's been in plenty of bad fights.
Yeah, but he looked good his last fight against Soto Carrasco.
And you know what? He's in a must-win situation.
Right now.
And that's beautiful
in
boxing.
People totally aren't thinking about him either. I can remember it wasn't that long ago that every boxing scribe around had this guy on a pedestal.
That's before the Bradley fight, I remember.
Bradley fight, yeah.
But here's the thing.
And with the Bradley fight, what I think it was is the moment got too big for him. Like he didn't realize that the moment and the pressure was going to be that big, and I think at that time he wasn't able to really handle it. So we'll see how it is.
And you remember in that fight, he was the faster, more technically proficient guy, but Bradley was the tougher guy in that fight.
Absolutely. So a lot of exciting boxing coming up starting Thursday night all the way to Saturday night. FacesReport.com. Melissa back reporting.